Can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. Paul wrote this from prison. Paul was one of the most dedicated followers of Jesus, yet his faith often led him into chains. He was arrested not for a crime, but for preaching the gospel. Paul spent years moving from one prison to another, yet prison never silenced him. It became his mission field. One of the most powerful moments happened in Philippi. Paul and Silas were beaten and thrown into the inner prison, their feet locked in stocks. The cell was dark, painful, and humiliating. But instead of complaining, they prayed and sang hymns to God at midnight. Other prisoners listened. Suddenly, a violent earthquake shook the prison. The doors flew open and the chains fell off. The jailer, thinking the prisoners had escaped, prepared to take his own life. Paul shouted, "Don't harm yourself, we are all here." The jailer was stunned. That night, he and his whole household believed in Jesus and were baptized. Later, Paul was imprisoned again, this time under house arrest in Rome. Though chained to a Roman guard, Paul continued to preach, teach, and write letters that would shape Christianity forever. From prison, he wrote Philippians, a letter filled with joy, telling believers to rejoice always. He reminded them that his chains actually helped spread the gospel, because even the guards heard about Christ. Paul also wrote letters like Ephesians, Colossians, and Philemon while imprisoned. He encouraged churches to stay strong, love one another, and trust God even when life was unfair. Paul taught that suffering for Christ was not a sign of defeat, but of purpose. Though prison walls surrounded Paul, his spirit was free. He showed the world that faith is not limited by circumstances. Even in chains, Paul's life preached hope, courage, and unshakable trust in God, and his words still speak today. Follow to learn more about Jesus and daily Bible stories.